Hi, welcome to Okanagan Nature Camp. My name is Kim Kogler, and I work with the Okanagan Conservation District. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about watersheds. Now, a couple pointers for the very beginning. If you see this symbol, that means that you can pause and take some moments to write things down or to do the activity. So practice right now. So my question is, what is an example of a natural resource? So you can grab a piece of paper and a pencil and go ahead and write down some ideas. And you see this little video, so that means you can pause and then get back to me once you have a few ideas. All right, welcome back. So, what are your ideas? Write them down, share them with a teacher, share them with a friend, share them with whatever adult is nearby. We have an acronym at Okanagan Conservation District to help us with natural resources, and it is SWAPA. And SWAPA stands for soil, water, air, plants, and animals. So today, we're going to be talking a lot about water, and we'll talk specifically, like I said, about watersheds. For this activity, you're going to need a couple things, and only a couple. You'll need some washable markers. I have 3 right here, and I use Crayola because they're washable. You'll need a piece of paper. I have a pretty kind of beat up paper, but it does have one blank side that I can draw on. And a spray bottle with water in it. I don't have a spray bottle with water in it. This has lemon cleaner in it. So I am going to use a jug of water, and I'll just use my hands to sprit water like this. And I'll be making it rain. So once again, here's a little pause symbol. Why don't you go ahead and go and collect those items, and I will meet you right back here so that we can start our activity. See you soon. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do for this activity, it's super fun because it's not often that we get to do this in school, is we are going to crumple up this piece of paper into a tight ball, just like that. So we got my piece of paper and crumpled it, and now I'm going to gently unfold it. Now, I'm not going to unfold it all the way because I want it to keep some of its points and crinkles so that it looks like what we would call a topographic map. And a topographic map means that it shows the high points and the low points on the land. So if we were looking at this right now, you could see that my spot is really low right here, and it's pretty high right here on this ridge. And that would be like the equivalent of a valley, somewhere like the Okanagan Valley, or the mountains, like the Cascade Mountain Range. And those are 2 places nearby to us. So what I want us to do is you should have a piece of paper as well, and it's going to look different than mine, which is great. We like a lot of different landscapes. And what we'll do is we are going to color first the mountain ranges. So you're going to color the places that look pointed up like, can I do this on the video? This. So we're going to point up like a mountaintop. So I am going to color my ridges like that. So anywhere that I see high points, that ridges that point out like that. Now we're going to say here, go ahead, there's a pause sign. So go, there you go, pause. Go ahead and pause, and I want you to color in, and I'll color in too. See you soon. Alrighty, are you done? This is what mine looks like. So you can see I colored in all the mountaintops, everything that was pointed outwards. Now we need to grab a different color. So my other color is blue, which actually works out really good because blue is what's gonna be in the valleys, right? So when rain happens, it falls into the valleys. That's why all our rivers are oftentimes in a valley. So now we're gonna color in any part, practice again, that looks like that. So you can see this is a valley, not like that, but like this. So we are coloring in the low points, the very low, 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 with a different color. So just like this. Here's my low. Here's a low. Anywhere that's concave. Oh, there is really low for me. So once again, here's the pause sign. Whoop. Go ahead and pause, and you go ahead and color in yours while I color in mine. All right, so you can see mine, it's got all the low points colored in blue and all the high points colored in green. So those are my 2 colors. Yours might be pink and purple. They might be brown and black. Whatever colors you chose, they look great. And so we now have our topographic map showing the high points and low points. But the point of this whole thing is not to learn about topographic maps. It's to learn about watersheds. And a watershed is an area on the landscape where all the water flows into the same spot. So what we want to look at is we want to look at our map and we want to think about how many different places would this water puddle. So where is it going to all collect? And we're going to maybe make a guess before we do this. So I'm going to look at mine and you look at yours, and I'm going to guess how many places I think I'll have a puddle. And that number is going to be also how many watersheds I have. So I'm going to look at this, and I think that my low points will collect water because gravity helps us here. Gravity pushes water from high points to low points. So the lowest points are going to have puddles. So I think I'm going to have a puddle here. So that's going to be one watershed. I think I'm going to have a puddle right here, which is going to be another watershed. So I think I have about 2 watersheds. Now you could get really specific and you could say that you have more watersheds because maybe I have like 1 puddle, 2 puddles, 3 puddles, 4, but I'm going to keep it broad. Maybe you'll want to be more specific and you have 8 watersheds. Maybe you only have 1 watershed because yours looks like a big, what am I trying to think of? A big bowl. It looks like a big bowl. And then in that case, you'd only have 1 watershed because it's only going to collect in 1 spot. Now to test our hypothesis, why don't we go ahead and get that spray bottle? Now, if you are indoors on a table, go ahead and grab a pan or a plate to put underneath it so we don't make a big mess. And you can ask a parent or an adult who's nearby to help you out with that. I'm outside, so I'm just going to spray the ground. So I've got my water, and I'm just going to flick it, and I'm making it rain. And these are watercolor markers that are washable, not watercolor markers. And so they are going to get all that thing wherever the water hits, and they are going to puddle, like we talked about, in certain spots. So look at that! I've got watersheds, I've got puddles. I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer for you all. Let's look at this for a minute. I'm gonna hold this still, and we'll see if we can see my puddles. Now I see actually multiple puddles. So this is how we can see our different watersheds. If a water droplet lands right here, where do you think that water droplet flowed? Where did it go down towards? So it went down towards in this puddle. So this part is in this watershed. And if the water droplet lands there, it's going to go right down in here. If it lands there, it's going right down in here. So right here is 1 watershed. That is all the water that lands on this land flows towards this pool, this pond, this lake, this ocean, this river, whatever it may be. Now over here, if a water droplet lands right there, is it going to end up over here? See if you can see my slope. So if a water droplet lands on this side of the mountain right here, is it going to end up over here? No, right? It's going to flow down on this slope and go down towards this, out maybe towards the ocean, towards a different river. So we've got 2 different watersheds. Now I even have a 3rd puddle that I didn't even expect to come here. And look, there's 1 over here. So I may even have 3 watersheds right there. And maybe you're also noticing, you're like, Kim, there's even some over here where the water flowed off. So this might be a 4th watershed right along there. So my piece of paper has 4 watersheds because there's 4 places where my water flowed. It's not like air. It doesn't flow. Fly. It does flow. Okay, so we've got 1 watershed, 2 watersheds, 3 watersheds, 4 watersheds. So how many watersheds did you have? I'm really curious. If you want to show someone, show an adult, a friend, or you're welcome to take a picture of this and you can send it to your teacher, or your teacher can give you my email. I would love to see it. Thank you so much for joining me during this time. It was such a pleasure to work with you today. I am very excited to announce that there will be more videos about this that are all associated with Okanagan Nature Camp. It's a series that I've been working on, and it's all focused on hands-on outdoor activities that are about natural resources. They're about soil, water, air, plants, animals, and they're all relatively easy to do on your own with things that you have at your house. I hope to see you soon. I hope that you had a good time. I had a wonderful time. I'm excited to see you next time. Bye!